Hi, my name's Faith. This is my first time posting on this channel. I've only ever, I think, posted like school assignments or something like that. I've never posted anything that has to do with my work. So I'm really excited to do this because I don't believe that there's a lot of really good information out there for like fitness, wellness, health. That's kind of my specialty. Things like that. These people that are running these local studios or have these online training programs, if you want to learn about marketing, a lot of these videos are geared towards agencies. That's how I learned to do a lot of my marketing and run my business. There's not a lot out there from people my age that grew up on the internet that live and breathe social media and how to make good content. There's not a lot of people out there that are willing to take the time and put information out there for free. So that's what I'm doing. This video is about picking the right platform for your business, the right social media platforms. What does that look like? What factors do you need to consider, etc. For the most part, I believe the more that you can post on social media, the more platforms you can post on social media, the better, right? It's not going to hurt you to maybe post on a platform that doesn't really fit your business that well. But if you are, a solopreneur, someone that runs a yoga business and you've got a small studio you're renting and it takes up 1,000,000% of your time, you really have to be selective with what you're doing here, right? You can't just spray and pray. You have to be focused. So I'm going to pull up two different examples. Neither of these people are my clients, to be very clear. One is this really big influencer, and one is a training studio not that far from me that I just found by Googling. I'll send this to them too. I hope they appreciate it. And we're going to go over the platform choices for both of these people and how I believe that they could improve. Josh Bailey's got 1.65 million followers. I probably can't help him improve that much. He's got pretty much every platform that I think he should have, but I'm using him as a positive example in that case. So let's talk about this guy. Everything he offers is online. He has one-to-one personal training, and he has a cookbooks, cooking, catering, those sort of videos. What works really well for him is because his service is totally online, he gets to just post, himself, right? He doesn't have to get a bunch of people, a bunch of clients together to record a video. He can do it all himself, and he can do it on almost every single platform. Let's talk a little bit about which platforms work best for him and why. If you go through his socials, there are some clear highlights here. So, for example, let's look at Facebook. By far his worst performing one, and I'll talk about why. He's getting a good amount of views, but some of these are only getting 1,000 views, 7.4 thousand, when you can look at his other platforms and he gets significantly higher. I can't see his view count, but his engagement is way worse on Facebook. Let's go to his Instagram. You can see he's pulling some big numbers. I'd say he's getting on average some of them he's got some really big spikes. That one's got 11 million. This one's got about 250. I would say the lowest he'll hit is 250,000 views, then he hits up into low double digit millions at times, right? He's killing it. YouTube Shorts, in my opinion, though, is his strongest platform. He rarely dips below 1 million views. He doesn't quite have the same spikes as Instagram, where they had that 11 million view video, but he's rarely flopping. And for him, flopping is here's one, 14 million views, right? This dude is a beast. He is ripped. He's got a great camera. He makes great content. This guy's he's got it all, right? But we're talking about platform selection here. There's a reason why I believe that YouTube Shorts is his best platform. And I'm going to do that by talking about why the other platforms I don't think are as good of choices. So Facebook. Facebook is very much so a place where you can kind of congregate locally, right? You can build a community. You get notified when people are posting on or commenting on a post of someone you follow and things like that. It's very tight, right? In my personal experience, I've had trouble growing Facebooks in the way that I can grow other accounts. This is more for you have a community, send them to Facebook. They're probably not going to leave. So it would make sense. I mean, like I said, this guy's got a huge following. Why, if someone's following him on Facebook, they're probably not going anywhere, but they're probably not the most primed audience, and probably not his audience either. I would assume from the videos I've watched of his that his audience is young men. I don't think a lot of young men are on Facebook. He probably does not get nearly as much sales from his Facebook links as he does from his other links. So Instagram has a much wider audience base, and it also is it's got a very good algorithm. Not the best algorithm. The best algorithm, in my experience, is TikTok. Doesn't always work for everyone because it's got a very, very new audience, or a very, very new user base compared to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, things like that. But like if you're trying to sell a product, you're trying to sell a coaching program, and it's online, it's a great way to hit people, because it will give your stuff to people that want to see it. And I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. So his Instagram does really, really well, because a lot of young men use Instagram. A lot of just the young men that I know personally use YouTube and Instagram. So he's hitting his audience really, really well. And also, like I said, I keep mixing up my words. Instagram has a really good algorithm for Reels. So he's posting in the medium that this platform wants him to post in, and it's just hitting the people it's supposed to be hitting, right? It's great. Something about Instagram and Facebook, though, and TikTok, is they all, they know your location. They'll show you videos of things where you are. For example, I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan, but when I travel to Chicago, I immediately start getting TikToks about places to eat in Chicago, things to do in Chicago. When I go to Toronto, same thing, but also because I switched countries, all the platforms know exactly what country you're in, so that could also have an effect on that too. But these platforms really, really want to target you where you are. For someone like him, he doesn't really need to tap into that, right? All he does is post for his, to recruit for his online training platform or online coaching, as well as his cookbooks, right? You don't have to be in person for that, which is why YouTube works really, really well for him. YouTube is mostly, like, I would say younger boys is kind of where I would say. My guess would be the average YouTube Shorts swiper is maybe 15 years old. There's going to be a lot of boys that are, starting to get self-conscious, starting to think about themselves. They're wanting to get fit. They're wanting to eat right. It is his prime sweet spot. But YouTube does not have a great algorithm. So I get a lot of YouTube Shorts for things I don't care about, have never thought about, because it just doesn't really know me that well. All it knows is some of the videos that I've watched. It doesn't have that same information on me and my location like all these other platforms do. So something like this, YouTube Shorts, I do not recommend for the clients that I work with that have no online or remote training options. I say let's stick with the ones where you can really tap into their algorithm. And I suggest let's add TikTok, even if your audience is older, because you never know. Maybe you'll pick up like me, 23-year-old fresh college grad that's really trying to get in shape, and she'll just happen to see your video on TikTok because she uses that more than any other platform. Now, hopefully that made it very clear why he succeeds so well on YouTube Shorts versus other platforms. Let's talk about Retrofit. Like I said, it's in Michigan. I don't even remember how I found them. I just did. Their best platform is Instagram. And that makes a lot of sense to me. They've got their location tagged right here. So every single person that sees their videos, Instagram thinks that, for the most part at least, you're always going to get some rando across the country, but for the most part, Instagram thinks, hey, you want to see this video because you would actually be interested in it. You're actually close enough to be able to want to, engage with them. For example, one of my clients, they have a physical product that they sell, so they don't actually need to be local at all. 80% of their viewership is in the two states that the two owners that run the accounts live in, Michigan and Pennsylvania. We don't post really about Pennsylvania. I mean, we'll put maybe like a hashtag in there or something on occasion. These platforms just know where you are. So if you are feeding the algorithm information about yourself and your location and what you offer, the algorithms are going to do a really, really good job at getting you where you need to be. So, I also would suggest, Retrofit's doing a pretty good job at this, but really, really try posting Instagram Reels as frequently as you can. Again, this algorithm, I don't know why, it works better with Reels. Mystery, coding, whatever they do, but if you're posting Reels, it's almost like you're tapping into a different algorithm that works so much better. So I highly would suggest doing that. They also have, I'm pulling this up here, they post on Instagram too. They've got more likes and more followers on Instagram, I believe, unless I'm misremembering. Yes, they do.